I'm going to hit record. I'm really tired tonight, so you'll have to bear with me. Let's see. So, gosh, and our other call was 2 weeks ago. I don't even remember. All right. So you guys know the challenge pack sales for this month, correct? Does everybody know those?
I know 21-day fix and size. What's the other one?
Well, it's the 21-day fix and size, also the 21-day fix extreme.
Okay.
And the Jumpstart version of those challenge packs. They're 180, and it comes with the same as the 140 challenge pack, but it also comes with the 3-day refresh.
Okay.
So a lot of people like to, clean out their system, Jumpstart, with the 3-day cleanse before they start. So that's actually a really good deal too.
Okay.
So that's 180. One of the things that I like about the two programs that are on sale is you can host a challenge group with both programs and work off nutrition plan, because size comes with the containers and it comes with the 21-day fix meal plan basically, which is pretty neat. So if you could host, say, a 21-day nutrition-based challenge group, incorporate both programs and maybe have your challenge group geared towards nutrition, have that be your main focus. I know Eric and I were talking about doing something like that. So, okay, so you guys know that. Stacy and Tara, are you on a fitness challenge fall classic team?
No, I don't really understand what that is.
Okay. Well, you had to have been signed up for one already, so that's okay. I tried getting everyone via post in our team on one, but we have them a couple times a year. There'll be another one coming up, not necessarily a fall classic because that we only do in the fall, but we have the fall classic, and we have, oh gosh, what's the other one called? How do I not know this? This is such pregnancy brain right now.
The one we just did?
The what?
The one we just did, or is there another one?
Yeah, the last one. What? This is so sad.
It was in August?
Then, like, what?
It was August, right?
Yeah, what are those called?
Team Cup?
What?
Team Cup?
Team
Yeah,
Cup.
thank you. I've done like 8 of them. How do I not know the name? So a couple times a year, Stacy, they host these contests where you group up with other coaches. This one happens to be 3 coaches. The Team Cup, I think they do it 4 times a year. And it's 5 coaches get together on a team. You can have 1 diamond or higher ranked on your team, and everyone else is coach, emerald, ruby. And basically you pool your Success Club points for prizes. And they strategically place these in times that tend to be slower months for fitness sales, nutrition sales. Like right now it's kind of, you're getting into that time where people are more concerned with the holidays. So it's really just it's a challenge to push yourself a little further than you would normally push. Like maybe normally your goal is to get 2 Success Club points a week, but during a challenge you're going to push for 6 Success Club points a week. And maybe you don't get it, maybe you do, but it's just a reason to push yourself a little harder to see what you're capable of. I know the last one we did in August was Erica's first, and she said she really enjoyed it because it really pushed her. Did you want to talk about it at all? With your experience with this?
Yeah, I mean, I just love competition. So I went from, I don't even know if I hit 5. Was that like my second or third month doing it? I hit like 5 maybe once. And then that month I got 15 from that. So I think I just thrive on competition. So it was just really fun.
Cool. Yeah. It's just something to, like she said, bring out everyone's kind of inner competitive side and push yourself a little bit harder than you would normally push. And you earn the points the same as you earn Success Club points in any month. 2 Success Club points for a challenge pack purchase, and 1 Success Club point for Shakeology on-demand purchase. So as you know, our goal every month is to hit Success Club 5, because that's like our benchmark for building our business. We don't have to hit Success Club 5, but we should make it a personal goal. And to do that, you know, if you sell three challenge packs in 1 month, that's Success Club 6, or 2 challenge packs in 1 Shakeology is Success Club 5. So that should be our personal goal anyway as business builders, because that's the cornerstone for building your business. And like I said, these little challenges that they have every so often are just to push us a little bit further. How many of you guys are doing personal development?
Starting.
Okay, good. I know we talked a little bit about it on our call 2 weeks ago. I just kind of said, you know, sometimes a lot of new coaches think it's fluff. I know I was in that boat. But it's really, really important. It's really important to your business. And it doesn't have to be you sitting down and reading a book, because I have books and I rarely get to sit down and read them.
Love that.
This one, I think I read two pages in it like 2 weeks ago, and another 3 pages in it like a week ago. It's just, I never get to sit down and read. So I have Audibles, which is really cool. It's an app and it's through Amazon, and basically it's like a monthly thing. You get a credit for 1 book a month. The first book is free. If you've never read or listened to You Are a Badass by Jen Sincero, that is on Audibles, and I highly suggest it. I think it's a great book for highlighting and stuff, but her voice is just, she reads her book very well. Some of these like John Maxwell, he puts me to sleep, but she's a character and she reads her book really well. So I highly recommend that one as like your first free download, and then always be doing personal development. If you can't afford to be paying for Audibles every month, I think it's like $14 a month, which is the price of the book anyway. But if you can't be doing that, there's plenty of free on YouTube. There's tons of free stuff you can listen to. You can download the if you get a podcast, and the Beachbody has all their national wake up calls. They download them every single week onto their podcast station. If they're usually about 45 minutes long, unless you are listening to the recognition because you know someone's name is on there. You can always fast forward if you don't have the time, and they end up being like 20 minutes to a half an hour. They're fantastic. It's the top coaches who have succeeded, telling you their story and how they succeeded. Chalene Johnson, Shaun T, there's so much personal development on podcasts, and it's all free. So I highly, highly recommend using podcasts. But if you're not doing personal development, you're not growing as a person. So I remember Caleb Thomas talked about this on our call once. Like, here you are chugging along. Eventually you're going to hit a wall in your business, and you're not going to be able to go any further. So you're going to be stuck at that wall. So anytime you feel stuck in your business, or you feel like you're not growing, your posts aren't getting the feedback that you're looking for, you can't voice things the way that you want to voice them, you can't get things, you can't get things down on paper, even though it's on Facebook. Usually you need to pick up some personal development and work on yourself a little bit. There's plenty of, like, this book, this Jab, 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 Right Hook. This is more business, but there's plenty of personal development that's just for you. I recommend you go back and forth depending on what you need then. Sometimes I have like leadership books, I have the You Are a Badass, I have this. I usually go back and forth, and depending on what I feel like I need in that moment, that's what I push play on with personal development. What are you guys listening to or reading right now?
Just a discount. If you are an Audible and you do the 30 days free and then you just continue, they will offer you a couple of deals until you're like, no, just let me quit. And I believe I got it for $8 or $10 for the year. So just so you guys know.
All right, I'm gonna call and quit.
I opened it with a few different email accounts, and then I got it for a few months. But yeah, try that.
Good to know. Good to know.
Thank you.
I probably have a few. I haven't downloaded a book in a while, so I probably have
Credits,
quite
right?
a collection of credits to my name at this point. Okay, so who's reading what, and do you recommend it, and why?
I'm just
I'm
about to
reading,
start The Compound Effect.
Okay,
I can't recommend it yet, but I'm just about to start it.
okay.
I love that one.
Yeah,
Me
I
too.
love the
I love
compound
Compound
effect. I thought that was great. I'm reading John Maxwell right now, and it's taking me a while to get through it. The 21 Laws of Leadership.
Oh yeah, okay.
So I like the compound effect better. It went much faster for me. This one's taking me a while, but I want to go through it.
You know
I'm
what?
reading.
If it's not
Hear
speaking
me?
to you right now, pick something else up and save it for later. Maybe it's going to be what you need later.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I'm like with my personal development. I sometimes I don't even finish the books. Sometimes I just go to what I need. Like if I feel like I'm not being the leader that I need to be, that's when I start listening to one of my leadership books. When I feel like my posts aren't what I need them to be, that's when I start going to something that's more for myself. When I feel like my business is slacking, that's when I pick up something more business related. I don't always, but that's just me. But yeah, if it's not speaking to you in the moment, then put it aside and find something that's working for you right now.
Yeah, I keep thinking about it. I keep thinking about moving on to something else, but I'm like, I've been reading it for so long. I just want to finish this book and
Right.
but yeah, I might move on to something else. It's taking forever.
Maybe you'll get something
I'm
out
the
of it.
same way. I'm the same way. I'm reading the 7 Laws of Success. I think it's called something like that. Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That drags on a bit. No?
Yeah. Some of them do. Some of them
It does. It drags on a little bit. But I think the messages are important. I just can't seem to I get a flow with it. I just keep getting stopped. And it seems like one of those things, once you are in it for a while, then you enjoy it more, but stopping and going is hard. But I feel like it's hard for me to give up a book too.
Do you ever read Go for No?
No, I haven't yet. It's on my
It's a
list.
story.
Long list.
I think it's like a story. I listen to it so fast. My kids actually listen to it because it's more like a story. I don't know if you've ever.
Oh,
I
cool.
like this a lot. I don't know. When I was cleaning the girls' rooms, I played it the whole time, and I told them to be quiet and listen.
That's the other nice thing about Audibles too, is once the book is downloaded, you're not, if you're listening to it in your car or while you're shopping or doing whatever, you're not paying for data. It's already downloaded. And same thing with the podcast. Before you leave your house, say you're going to go grocery shopping,
Download it.
download 2 or 3 National Wake Up Calls or a Shalene show, and then you have them and you're not using the data around the house. And then when you get home, you can always delete them so that they're not taking up memory on your phone. How about you, Stacy?
I've been doing the wake up calls, and I've listened to some Shalene podcasts, and I listened to one training that was through Facebook. I don't know if it was a podcast, but it was all about Instagram, and now I feel like I really need to get on Instagram. Are you guys all on Instagram? I don't know.
I actually, God, I was on and off Instagram for so long because I couldn't figure it out and I couldn't understand it and I couldn't figure out how to get like real followers. I felt like everybody that was liking my stuff or liking me, I guess, was like these fake accounts, like follow me, I'll get you 1,200 followers. So I actually hired somebody to run my Instagram account. Like I do all my own posts, but he goes through and he likes and follows and comments on people's stuff for like an hour or 2 every single day. And I'm just starting to see the benefits of it. I started about 3 weeks ago. I found him through, once you're 3-star and above, there's another group that you're added to, and a lot of the coaches in there use him. So I found him in there, and I'm just now starting to see the benefits. Like I have well over 1,000 followers, so people are starting to comment like their friends, tag their friends and stuff like that. So I think I need to get better about posting on Instagram now. Read up a little bit on best way to use Instagram because he's getting me followers that fit my niche. Like I gave him my list, I talked to him, and so he's doing that little bit of legwork for me, and we'll see how it works out. But I think to be successful on Instagram, you have to spend a lot of time on their liking and following and liking and following, liking and following, or get someone to do the dirty work for you. Which is,
Yeah, I was wondering if I should just get on and kind of like watch and, I don't really know how it works, like you said.
I don't know either.
just posting pictures. How many of you guys all heard Trisha's call, right? About how her Facebook's trying to get like Instagram because Instagram is massive. And it's more of a younger generation in a way than Facebook. Because people have shorter attention spans. Did you see like Facebook now is pretty much all like moms and grandmas? Like Instagram and Twitter is like the young hip crowd. But basically it's kind of how she was talking about how Facebook's trying to get, where it's really just photos. You have to catch their attention with photos, and their videos all have to be under 15 seconds. Mm-hmm. So I'm trying to get better at posting on there, but you have to be very consistent with Instagram. Like you have to be posting. You have to figure out your niche. You have to figure out your theme. You kind of have to figure out your 3 things about like on Facebook, and you really can only post about those things. Like on Facebook, you can kind of go off and wander and talk about your kid's tantrum or, ask for advice, stuff like that. Whereas Instagram, people are going to like go look at your little thumbnails of photos and they're going to be like, do I like this person or not? Before they click follow. So you have to be really consistent with what your brand is and what your niche is, and be really consistent about it. But I feel like I need to get better at it now that I'm paying to build a following. So I'm trying to step out of my
How is that working? Have you gotten, because I feel like I'm getting really weird random people liking me from my hashtags.
Right. That's what I was getting. And I was probably at like, I don't even think I had 170 people before he started working for me. And it was all my Facebook friends, and anyone that was liking my post, was the weird stuff, the fake stuff, like the "we'll get you followers," like fake accounts, I felt like. So that's why I never bothered with it. Whereas now that he's going through and he's searching for my niche market and connecting with those people, like I said, I went from like 100 and maybe 70 people up to, I think I have almost 1,200 now. But they're all people that fit my niche market.
And that's just in 3 weeks that went up?
Yeah, that was in 3 weeks. So
that's really good.
Let me see. So I'm starting, like I said, in the last couple days, I'm starting to see, 1,137. I'm starting to see just more people tagging their friends in my fitness stuff, like especially my pregnancy fitness stuff. Anytime I mention my, like doing a fitness challenge group, stuff like that. Nothing awesome has come out of it yet, but I'm just starting to, I feel like, see the effects of it. So I'll keep you guys posted on it.
Do you have your Instagram linked to your Facebook? Because I know I listened to a Shalene podcast and she said don't do it, and I'm not sure why. She never got into why. She said just unlink them.
I think they are, but I don't post. I know you're not supposed to hit. I know when you post on Instagram, it asks if you want to post it elsewhere, and like on Facebook as well. And you're not supposed to do that because, Facebook and their weird posting things, they won't have it seen by as many people.
Okay, that's why. I didn't know why that was.
So you shouldn't link. You shouldn't link the photos. Like when I go to Instagram and I click post this photo, it'll ask me if I want to. Sorry, I'm trying to. It'll ask me if I want to post Facebook, Tumblr, Flickr, and Twitter. So some people will go through and just post it on all of them, so everything's posted. But I guess because, as we're learning, Facebook likes certain things better than other things, and one of them they don't like is when Facebook and Twitter are linked, according to Shalene Johnson, and she's the social media guru, so I'm going to believe her. So I just don't do that. I do it separate. I just copy and paste. I do it on Facebook, and then I copy my text, and then I go over to Instagram and paste it in and use my hashtags. And use your hashtags. You can have up to 30 hashtags in each description and use them, because people look, like I put, pregnancy, I put 21 weeks, I put fit pregnancy, I put mom, I put, anything that relates to your niche market. I don't put Beachbody. Sometimes I put Shakeology, but generally I don't put Beachbody or Shakeology or anything like that, because then you're just going to get the Beachbody coaches looking. I try, you go squats, lunges, legs, abs, bikini, beach, anything that kind of, some of that stuff's for the summertime, but anything that more relates with your niche market, that's the type of stuff you should hashtag in Instagram. Okay, so let's see, we got a little off base there. That's okay. All right, so you guys are all doing personal development, which I think is awesome, because like I said, it's really important. And I have to admit, when I first started as a coach, I honestly thought it was fluff. I was like, who needs that? You don't need that. I don't need that. Like, it's personal development. But as my business grew and I hit that wall, I started to see the reasoning behind it. All right, so upcoming challenge groups. Who has a challenge group going on and who has one coming up? Because in months like this, in months when there's a contest, it's good to run two. Run one in the beginning of the month, one in the middle of the month, just to give yourself some leverage, some more opportunity. So who has a group upcoming and who has one running now, and how's it going? Okay, Christine, what do you got going on?
I've really been running back to back challenge groups monthly. And I'm thinking of taking a little time off next time because they end on Friday and my next one starts on Monday. So I'm getting exhausted, to be honest. But I have to figure out December what I'm going to do. But I have a November challenge group and it's kicking butt. It's awesome. We've had I love the challenge groups. I absolutely love them. I think they're the easiest thing to invite people to. That's why I've been doing it month after month, because that will be my invite. And that's my reach out to people that, I would get back to whatever, hey, I have another challenge group coming up, that kind of thing. So I think they've been very effective and you get so much out of it. And that last day, like I said in my post, it's like Christmas morning, all of the stuff that they say that they gained from it is awesome. And you can really get a lot out of it. So anyway, to answer, I don't think I'm answering your question.
No, you are.
November, I have a November challenge group going on, and it's a mix of the only requirement is you have to do a Beachbody program and I have to be your coach.
Okay. All right. So since you're getting a little burnt out doing the challenge groups, instead of skipping one in December, how about asking one of your coaches to help you run one, or two of your coaches to help you run one, and you kind of take the back seat and just kind of be the challenger, get in on their posts every day. Give them the opportunity to. What's that?
All right, Tara.
I was going to say, yeah, I'm trying to gear myself up for my first one. I don't post a lot on Facebook in general, so this is all, kind of new for me and really pushing myself out of my comfort zone to kind of start doing it. But I really want to, and I really want to do it. And so I've been kind of procrastinating a little on the challenge group, but I was actually just going to say, I guess for me, I have to try to figure out where to start with, I don't really have anyone yet, and I how do you run your first challenge group when you don't have people, I'm not anyone's really coach yet, kind of.
Just post.
Not people who want to.
Even if you have 3 in your challenge group, Tara, you're good. And we'll all, like Dana said, we'll team up on it. So I'll invite people to your challenge group. Okay. Key, because Keys and Crystal have added people to my challenge group, and we'll do the same to yours if you want that.
Yeah, no, I
you don't
want
have
to do it. And
alone.
Right.
I was thinking maybe start posting for like a post Thanksgiving, kind of get yourself ready for like New Year's kind of challenge group. And I know I had on the call from the other night, somebody had mentioned, teaming up. I was going to actually ask, Crystal or Key to see if that was something, they wanted to do. But I'd certainly take you as my teammate for it as well. So.
Well, if you got 4 of you guys and everyone has 1, 2, 3 challengers, I mean, that would make a great group. And what better way to have a first challenge group than to have 3 of your coaches there backing you every day. So it's not like you're talking to the wall or listening to crickets with your coach.
Totally.
Okay.
Does that hit home, Erica?
Crickets.
Oh,
We've all had crickets.
My basement.
Yeah.
My husband finally caught that the next day. He came up like all triumphant. He's like, I got it.
That was the loudest cricket ever I've heard in my life.
Oh.
No, and also you don't and you know this already, Tara, but I'll post it again, put it in the files page of our own page. But what these guys have been posting in Team Fierce Ambition are the formula to 60-day challenge, a 30-day challenge, a 90-day challenge, so that you're not creating the wheel. Like all the challenge groups I do is taken from that, and then I just make it my own. So you have something to start with, which is really, really helpful.
Right. Yeah, there's quite a few in the file section. You can go through and tag Tara. There's, like she said, there's 30, there's 60, there's 90, and you can go and piecemeal take the posts that you like, just put them in, make them Tara, and use them. That's what they're there for. So you don't have to do all the work or try and sit there and come up with something new every single day.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
All right. So there's a bunch of Team Fierce Ambition groups, I feel like. Right? There's Team Fierce Ambition. There's Team Fierce Ambition Fitness Family.
Yeah. Well, our Team Fierce Ambition is our coach only business page.
Okay.
And Fierce Ambition Fit Fam is like a support group. So if you have someone kind of a challenge group and they don't really want to do another challenge, but they're still doing their workouts and stuff like that, you can put them in that group. And it's just kind of a support group. It's pretty much runs itself at this point. People post, people answer questions.
So if we have a coach question, it goes to Team Fierce Ambition.
Yes, that's all business.
That's business, because I never know where I'm posting. Okay. And what's
or there's also you're in my group since you're in my personally.
Right.
Dana's PS. I think everyone but Tara's in that one. Sorry, Tara.
And what's Never Surrender Fitness?
That's my upline coaches group. You don't have to.
Don't worry about that.
Yeah, that I probably added you to that because you originally signed up a long time ago, but I don't add people to that anymore because we've kind of broken off at this point.
Okay, because I'm like, I have a question. I'm like, I don't know where to post this. Okay.
Yeah, that's my uplines group.
Really
So prior to having prior to setting up our team stuff, I was still using my coach's stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But since we've gotten so big on our own, I just don't really use it anymore.
Team Fierce Ambition is coaches.
Yeah. In fact, I have to, now that we have all these new coaches, I keep getting emails from the shirt guy because I haven't gotten back to him yet. I have to get back so we can order some shirts. I want to do some zip-up hoodies, and I know Maureen wants the off-the-shoulder sweatshirts again, and you got to get one to that. Well, those are comfy, although none of them fit me anymore. Somebody didn't buy an extra-large Fierce Ambition T-shirt from me, and I've been sporting that. It fits nicely over my bump. So I have to get back to him. I just saw him just email me again today. All right, so let's go over posts that are working and posts that are not working for you. I feel like we've pretty much beaten it into all of your heads that you shouldn't be posting stock photos and advertisements, right? Or you're laying stuff like that. I feel like everyone's doing a pretty good job of being personal with their posts and sharing instead of advertising. what type, what type of social media, what type of posts and stuff have you found that are working for you over other stuff?
All nothing to do with Beachbody is working for me.
So when you're posting other stuff outside of Beachbody, people are connecting with you.
Weight loss, it's like awesome. I'm getting hits upon hits, and the kids.
But then that's when you're able to start communicating and building a relationship.
Yeah, I just want people to be like, oh yeah, I want in on your group.
Yeah, you know what? It's so rare. Your challenge group posts usually get the least traffic. It's like you said, all your other stuff that gets the most traffic. If you look back at everything you posted this week and see what got the most likes and comments, it's probably going to be about your family, about work, about something other than Beachbody, because that's where people are connecting with you. So Erica's right. But that's why it's good to do stuff like share your weight loss. Oh my God. Vicky, you look like you were chugging from a bottle of vodka. She's pregnant. But it looked like you had a big glass.
Yeah, me of all people, right? Seltzer. My seltzer.
How about the rest of you ladies? What are you finding that works for you? I mean, are you recipe people? Or Christine, your workout posts are great. So do those get a lot of traffic for you? What works for you guys?
It depends. It depends on the message. I mean, for me, the funny posts about my kids get the most hits for sure. So I try to integrate that throughout the day just to, increase some traffic on hits for me so that my next one that comes up, hopefully more people will see. But Shakeology, it depends. It depends if I can put, me, it's like, where's Waldo? If I can put it in somewhere into something else I'm doing and combine the two messages, it might get more. It'll definitely get more than if I just say, hey, look at me drinking Shakeology. And the workout post, it depends. If I'm putting something motivational that hits people, I'll get more. But I'm still trying to figure it out. So Dana, thanks for raising the question, because I'm going to go through my page and really look at that in more depth.
Right. But I think it's important to go through and look and figure it out, because that's what your niche market, that's what your person, that's what your people are.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's Trisha who just jumped on. That's what your people are looking for. So that, so you want to keep that stuff. That's how people are going to connect with you. Stacey, I feel like you really just started putting yourself out there with your workouts.
Yeah, when I was inviting people to my challenge group, I didn't feel like it was going that well. And then once I changed the wording a little bit, because I realized from one of the calls that, other people don't know what a challenge group is. So maybe they didn't know what I was inviting them to. So then I changed it to like fitness group, accountability group, nutrition group. And then I got, 3 more people that wanted to join. So not that I'm trying to stay away from the Beachbody vocabulary, but I'm trying to put it into my own words. Like you said, like make it my own.
Right.
That's a good point, Stacey. So I was never clear on, I think I heard us assume that if we mention Beachbody or the word Shakeology, that Facebook may not be showing it as much. So I try to avoid those words as well. Did I just imagine that and dream that somewhere?
I don't know. You might. I feel like there are trigger words with Facebook.
Yeah.
So I think it depends. I also think it depends if it's a post that's getting a lot of traffic, then I'm not sure if it's going to matter. Maybe if you're you could, I don't know if you imagine that or not. Let's look into that. I'm not sure.
Facebook is sneaky.
Sure.
It is very sneaky because they want you to pay to push your posts.
Yeah.
So they are sneaky. But I agree with Stacey, and I think she's right. When you're inviting someone to a challenge group, especially you started inviting to challenge groups before you really showed what you were doing, whereas now you're showing what you're doing. and then people can ask you about the other stuff. And sometimes if you kind of show what you're doing, and you don't even have to mention, I'm posting my next group, you could talk about how you're getting this support, this accountability, this motivation to keep going. People will naturally be interested into, where it's coming from, how it's coming from. You could, so you could subtly drop hints about your groups with pretty much almost every accountability post.
Yeah, I tried. I understand what Tara was saying before about, not really being comfortable posting. I was a watcher on Facebook. And so once I started, wanting to coach, I said, okay, I have to start posting more. I have to start getting comfortable with just being out there. And then that's when I started to feel a little bit more comfortable about talking to people about what I was doing. So
yeah,
I'm glad it's coming out.
The hardest part of being a coach for half of us, especially introverts, and I'm more of an introvert too. I have a tough time starting conversations with people in public and stuff like that, is coming out of the Beachbody closet. I forget which coach was talking about that. She's like, coming out of the Beachbody closet. She talked about it in leadership. And really just putting yourself out there, because it's scary and it's embarrassing a little bit, and you feel silly and stupid, and what are people going to think of you? And it's hard. And that's why I think Erica showed a knee for a month, and knee for a shoelace for a while. But she did it, and her posts have been fantastic. And you're good too. So now your goal is to be consistent with it. Do it every day around, if you're working out around the same time, get your posts up every day around the same time, because you'll be surprised. People will start looking for that. I remember I went on vacation with my family, and my parents were like, you are not allowed to post that we are on vacation. So I couldn't post that I went away. And my inbox was like, where are you? Are you okay? Are you feeling good? Why aren't you working out? People start to look for those posts every day. So don't think that people don't see them, even if they're not liking or commenting. Because sometimes people are afraid to like and comment, because then they think you're going to be like, oh, you'll have to be my next one. Which is why I think it's important for us as teammates to go through and bump our posts all the time. It's a good thing to do.
I think
People that do it to mine, I make sure I go back and do something to theirs, so it's a win-win for everybody.
I have a question.
Yes.
What programs does everyone use? Are there specific ones people use for what you're using to edit your pictures or add words to them? Or I don't post, I don't use a lot of these kind of fancy picture video apps.
Okay, I will tell you what I use is Photofy. It's Photofy, and the majority of it's free.
Okay.
There's some paid stuff. I use WordSwag all the time. I think I paid $2 for that, but it's been very much worth it.
WordSwag?
WordSwag.
I like Over.
Over?
Yeah.
I don't know that one.
It's cool because you can search. You're no muffin top. That was my big thing. So you can actually go and type in, search no muffin top, and it brings up web. You can post it on top of your picture, so it's not it doesn't hide your picture, just kind of subliminal.
Over, you said?
Yeah, Over.
Okay.
Is that a free one, Erica?
What?
Is that a free one?
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Oh, it only came up as $4 for me.
Over?
Oh,
If there's
I
a
never
free
paid.
option.
It's black and then has a yellow circle.
Yeah, they must have started charging for it. Did you get it a long time ago?
I heard it on one of these calls, recently. I felt like it was recently. It wasn't.
Really? The only one that's coming up, it's a black square with a round circle. It's $3.99.
Oh, really?
And I put in Over free and nothing came up.
You can't see it, I don't think. That circle right there? That's what it looks like, right?
Yeah. That's, yeah, it's not even good.
Yeah, it's cool. It searches the web for your whatever you want to type in, and it.
Oh, that's cool.
Thank you.
I'll have to look in again at then. What else do I use? Oh, Pick, Play, Post.
Yeah. Except it's blurry. Is yours blurry? Oh, my videos are blurry lately.
No, mine works good. I used it today.
Every time I film it, it's fine, but then all of a sudden when I post it, they're blurry.
Really? Maybe. Does it allow you to pick what size you want to do? Like,
Oh, what do you do?
I always pick low so it doesn't take up the room
I
on my phone, and it
that's
uploads
one.
fast. So pick, play, post is good because you can use it to collage videos and pictures. I instead of having two different collages, I just use that one even for my photos. And you can video like a whole move, like you can video yourself for like 2 or 3 minutes doing a workout, and then you can go in and you can edit it down to like 10 seconds, 30 seconds, or a minute, however long you want it to be.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, so play post. Those are the ones I mostly use. I have Rona too, RHONNA, which I paid for, but I don't even use it anymore hardly. I really
Hyperlapse.
Flipseg and Phonify. What?
Hyperlapse that we just talked about.
Okay, I didn't download that because
What's it called, Erica?
Hyperlapse. Hyper and then LAPSE. It's when you work out and then you just speed it up super fast. So when you
I just use
cool.
the time lapse on my phone.
it speeds it up, and then before you save it, just make sure you can slow it down and speed it up before you save it. Because once you save it at like 6, you're like super speed. You can't change it lower.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna download it because with the time lapse, it's only one speed.
This one you can slow and.
Oh, cool.
But now Trisha's always has an advertisement at the end. Is yours?
No. I do that, and then I throw it into pick, play, post.
Oh, smart! And you cut it off.
I probably cut it off. I
smart.
did, and then put my own stuff in there. It
So
takes me a little
hyperlapse from Instagram.
What?
The one that came up for me was hyperlapse from Instagram.
Just white with like a rainbow circle.
Yes. Okay. All right. Awesome. I'm gonna download that.
I think Trish just recommended that one.
Yes, she did.
For your challenge groups, PicMonkey, that works well for me.
Yeah, that's not an app though. That's only on the computer. But
What is PicMonkey on challenge?
PicMonkey, oh God, PicMonkey, you're gonna hate PicMonkey as much. You're gonna have a love-hate relationship with PicMonkey like I do because you're a Photoshopper.
No.
It's basically PicMonkey is on the computer, and I use it to make all my cover photos. I use it to make tons of stuff, and it's like the poor man's version of Photoshop, but everything's there. So you don't go finding it or drawing it in Illustrator or anything like that. But then at the same time, you want to throw your computer out the window because you can't do everything you can do in Photoshop. So you have to just let it go and allow yourself to work in it in 5 minutes and then shut the computer.
Exactly.
An hour doing it.
Yeah, I put a time limit on it. I'm like, all right, I challenge myself to see how fast I can make decisions because otherwise I'll be there.
Oh my God.
For
And
way too
Erica's
long.
a Photoshopper like me, so I would get so frustrated with what I couldn't do. But then I'm like, if I open it in Photoshop, I don't have all because like they have all these elements you can pick from.
Yeah, I used to Photoshop.
So
Yeah.
okay, so then you get to it's like it's like a love-hate relationship for me.
I use the Photoshop on my phone too.
Oh, I won't put it on my phone.
No, it's like way simple on the phone.
I know it is, but I figure I have enough on here to keep me.
Yeah, you don't need to, but I throw it in. I'm like, oh, it doesn't look right.
No, I did have it on my phone once upon a time, and it just bothered me so much I deleted it. But
A lot of time, and I'm not ever satisfied. But
yeah.
it is what it is.
All right, let's get honest here. Where do you feel like you can improve? I want everyone to name at least one spot in their coaching business where they feel like they can improve, whether it's doing more personal development, being more consistent, doing more inviting, whatever you feel like you're
All of the
lacking
above.
in. Where do you feel that you can improve on? You don't have to stop at one if you've got
Inviting and time management. I know there are things I need to do. I listen to Shailene's podcast all the time, Total Lifer. It's probably not about, I'm sorry, but yeah, she talks about what are you going to do that's going to push your business forward. And I know there are a couple things I need to do. I need to create that website. I need to create my like page. I need to get those done, but I can't figure out time management so that I get my 3 vitals done or the invites that I'm, managing my customers and doing, customer service correctly, that I'm doing my posts and all of that. So I have to figure out a weekly to-do list, I think, so that maybe I skip a day in posting my videos, and that day I focus on my website. That's what I have to figure out. So that's what I've been slacking on.
For your like page, just start it.
I did. I just haven't been able to finish it.
You know what? You don't need to finish it to use it. Instead of posting your workouts every day on your regular page, post it on your like page.
Do it on the like page.
Share it on your like page. Just start doing it.
I know, but
that's all you got to do. You don't need 100 posts to invite people to like it. You only need 1 or 2. When you do a recipe, because you do recipes and you do workouts. Put your workouts and put your recipes on your like page, because your like page is going to be all business and fitness and nutrition. So put it on there and then share it. All you have to do is click share.
Now here's my problem
more
with
work than what you're already doing.
Now, what if someone likes your like page?
I will. I'd love to do even more. I have plans to do, a fitness move of the day on there, some kind of cooking segment, some kind of video, motivational video. I have all sorts of plans. I just can't get to it.
But until you get to that stuff, start building your audience. Tomorrow, post your workout on there and share it.
Nope.
There's only one way to start, and that's just to do it.
Okay. All right. I will I will.
It's the same. If you post on there, it's the same as posting it on a regular page, and then you just share it.
It's just not done. I haven't done a cover photo on it. All right. We'll move on. Sorry, Erica, you were talking.
The thing about like pages, you guys ever see that commercial about how there's some, this company, they'll build your like page on Facebook for free. And I yell at the team. I'm like, it takes 2 seconds to start a like page. All you need is a cover photo and a profile photo. Like, why are they bragging about this being for free?
I can really even say I have no idea what you're talking about. What is a live page? A live page?
I didn't either. I totally know what you mean, because on the first call with these guys, I was like, a like page? What?
A like page? Yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about.
So you probably like pages and may not realize it. Do you like any like company pages, shows, anything like that? Those are like pages. You can start your own like page, and you can have it more professional than your personal page. Like your personal page includes your family and stuff like that. So where your like page can be, your nutrition, your business, your workout posts, just kind of those 3 types of posts, and you can get it out there to so many more people. And if you put things on it like moves or recipes, so people start sharing it, and then you get more and more likes. And basically what you want to use it for is to drive people eventually to your personal page. So once they're on your personal page, then you can start forming that bond with them, and building that relationship with them. But it's just it's free advertising, and that's where you can boost your posts. You can spend $5 over the course of 3 days, and Facebook will boost your post. You ever see the post come through where it says sponsored? You can do that. So if you're having a challenge group or something like that, you can sponsor it, and it'll go into your friends of your friends feeds, or people you can go through and specifically pick your niche market, and it'll boost your post into those people's news feeds, even if they don't like your page. So,
and you can make it public.
It's a public page. So I don't really put my kids on there or anything like that. And then I've spoken to people through my posts on that page, and they've moved over to my personal page.
Question about the posting with Facebook. I found I want people to like my post that I share, because every day I share it from my like page, my workout. But sometimes they like it from my like page, and some people like it from my other page. Does it split the likes and then it's not as popular?
Yeah, probably. But at the same time, I think it's good, because I think it's good to I get the same thing. I get kind of an even mix, and I'll reply and respond to both, because there's nothing wrong with getting your like page boosted too, because that gets it out there to even more people, because your like page gets out there to even more people than your personal stuff does.
All right.
That's where you get strangers, because strangers will like a like page much easier than they'll send you a friend request. Or, make sure you have that follow button on your Facebook page. I get a lot of people that follow me instead of sending me a friend request. Sometimes people just don't want to friend request you, but they do want to see your posts, so people will click the follow button. Right. Who else has a opportunity that they would like to improve upon?
I need to do inviting, definitely, and more personal development. I need to get You're a Badass. That's on my list.
Yeah. I think that would be a good one for you. Get the free download. She's like Maureen. She's a cursor, so.
Oh my God, so funny.
It's good.
It's a great book. It's fantastic. Fantastic. I had it forever and never read past page like 25, and then I have it on Audibles and I listen to it all the time. Okay, let's see. We got Vicki and Tara.
I need to get better at doing everything. I kind of feel just very new to the whole journey. So I definitely second Christine's, like my time management skills are the worst just in life and everything. So I'm struggling with the time management of fitting in the training and starting to gear up like to start posting. And so, my biggest concern is like not being able to stay consistent because I really struggle with time management. So because of that, and probably because of my nerves for starting to put myself out there, and like I said, the pictures and, or videos or whatever I do, I feel like I'm kind of just hesitating to kind of like, all right, I'm not ready to start because I'm not going to be able to stay consistent with it. So I'm just like not doing it. So I'm working on that. I just did my first post on, I don't even know what day it is today, maybe on Monday, on Sunday maybe, with my before and current after, and so that was my first big step that really took.
And you
a
got
lot.
over 100 and something likes on that, right?
It did.
Wow.
It did well, and I got like a ton of comments from people like in all aspects of my life. So it was really nice.
And sorry to interrupt you, but announcement. Tara just made Emerald Coach today.
What? Good job.
Awesome.
Very
Yeah.
good.
That's awesome.
You got to get a post up there, Christine.
I know. I was just at choir
Get it
practice,
in our
but I
team
will.
page too.
I will.
Congratulations, Tara. All right,
I will.
so let me ask you, Tara, are you consistently posting your workouts every day?
No, I don't know.
Okay, are you consistently doing your workouts every day?
Not every day. I play tennis a few days a week for like a few hours. So I don't necessarily do an actual workout every day. So that I'm working on that too.
Okay, well, I have a little challenge for you then. I challenge you to pick a program and stick with it. And not that I'm going to tell you to quit playing tennis. Oh, I guess we should go home.
Keep you warm?
Do those socks keep you warm? So I challenge you to pick a program, be consistent with that program, whether it's 3 days a week or 4 days a week. And I challenge you to be very consistent. If you do your workout, you do your posts. Just post your workout posts. And I challenge you to do that for the next week. And if you play tennis, then just say that post a picture that you play tennis. But I challenge you to do a full week's worth of sweaty selfies.
On my personal page or on like the
on your
challenge group
personal
page? Yeah, that's what I'm working towards.
No, let's start.
Challenge accepted.
Yeah,
Challenge accepted.
Start it. There's no reason to wait. There's no need to put a date on. Just what's tomorrow, Friday? So from this Friday to next Friday.
Learn it.
Okay.
I challenge you to do that.
Sounds good. Now, I guess, what do you guys write? Like, I guess for like your first post, like, I guess you don't want to be like pushy with the whole, like literally just post a picture. Am I supposed to write stuff with it or?
You workout?
Yeah. Whatever you were feeling during your workout, write that. Did you struggle with something hard? Did you have to modify? Were you able to do a move you couldn't do before? Just pull something out of it. I'll be honest, like for me right now, I'm pregnant, so I'm challenged a lot. So today I couldn't stay balanced for the life of me. So I kind of talked about the challenges I was having with my workouts. It doesn't have to be long, a sentence, 2 sentences, 3 sentences. a lot of times I close out with a little sentences, about just saying I'm glad I have the support and motivation in my challenge group. I don't put that on every post, but I do put that in some posts just to like get it in someone's head that I'm part of a group doing this. But if you're proud of yourself because you're able to do 5 push-ups not on your knees and you couldn't do that the last time, just something quick about your workout that you couldn't, that just maybe it's something the trainer says during the workout and it stuck out to you. So you quote them and why.
But you don't want to like post about like being a coach yet or like things like that or.
Well, so you did a before after and you didn't talk about becoming a coach?
I did a little bit. I guess I wasn't like my sister yelled at me. It was so long, and I guess it was I didn't really like. I guess I probably wasn't like totally clear maybe about it.
You do not have to say that you're a coach all the time. Your sweaty selfies, your posts. I mean, look at Christine. Christine does a video every day. She goes above and beyond every day.
Mm-hmm.
I do a video when I have the time. I do a picture sometimes. I switch it up. I usually do, like I said, a quick sentence or two just about how I felt during the workout. Occasionally in that post, you can mention you're a coach, like maybe because you signed up as a coach for the accountability, something like that. You just have to mention some little things. Every so often I would, yes, mention that you are a coach, but you don't have to be promoting a challenge group or talking about being a coach in every group. People are really just looking to see that you're serious and that you're committed and that you're consistent with it. Because when you're committed and you're consistent, that's when they're going to trust you to be their coach, to be there for them, to do it every day with them. Does that make sense?
Right. Yep. All right.
Okay. What about you, Vicki? Do we need to give you a little challenge?
Well, I was going to say the same thing as Tara. I think I need to improve on every aspect, my technical skills, my consistency, my inviting. Suddenly I was a part of like a few different groups and I didn't know which one to like make the priority. I was like, wait, I'm still in this one, but now I'm in this one too. Like, which one should I post the same thing in all of them? Or so time management definitely with, I think it's kind of, you start out, your 3 vitals, but then when you start doing challenge groups, I'm finding everything kind of multiplies pretty quickly and you're kind of not sure which direction to go in. And if you do only have a half hour that day or an hour, not sure quite, well, should I do the 3 vitals or what should I make my priority for that day?
Your priority 100% should always be your 3 vitals. And if one of your 3 vitals is being a product of the product, then you worked out, and if it was your off day, you at least drank Shakeology. So if you're lacking on time, you just share that post into your challenge group that day, and you ask your challengers what workout they did. And you can always go back later that night and do a longer, bigger post.
Can I make sorry, yes. Dana. Can I make a suggestion on something?
Uh-huh.
Because and here's the deal, because I know it can get overwhelming. All this stuff coming at you and how often do you check Facebook and all this, and is it always going to be like that? And for me, when I found a couple of tools that helped and I realized like it doesn't have to be you manually doing everything every day. There's certain tips and tricks that you'll get to know. So one of them, Hootsuite.com, is a lifesaver when you start to lead your own challenge groups. And if you are like, my goal is to get better about it, but when you actually have the time, it's planning out your posts. So like look at a calendar, you have to do a Shakeology post or a coaching post, whatever those are. And with Hootsuite, you can schedule them throughout the week. So for me, that offered so much freedom when I'm with my kids now during the day. So I don't have to worry about, my usual time to post about Shakeology is 2:30 when I have it. But now, when I'm really good about it, I'll take the picture of me drinking Shakeology the day before so that I can use it that next day in a post, or, you know, get a couple of them on file, get a couple of selfies on file, get a couple of Shakeology posts on file, and try to schedule them out. So you don't always have to manually be on Facebook all the time. So it's not overwhelming like that. That's one. And two, I've realized personally, like Dana mentioned, the video posts that I do, the reason why I do them every day is because that's what gets the most reaction for me. Personally, when I post it on Moms on a Budget, those things, that's what I get the most reaction to. So I have to do them. But what I was doing was that day in the beginning, I was spending so much time making those videos. So instead, I tape my video that day. I leave it alone. That night, I'll edit it and pick, play, post so that next morning it's ready to go. And I don't have to spend my day editing that video. So there's little things that you'll learn to do that save huge amounts of time. And I'm trying to get better at it too, but I'm so excited by that I don't have to be on Facebook all the time. I don't have to do all this stuff manually, that there is a light at the end of the tunnel for time management. There really is. So
Right.
I just wanted to share that.
And like
How can you spell that?
Hootsuite, HOOTSUITE.com. It's fabulous. I love it.
right. And the other
And you
thing,
can-
like Christine said, it's really important to be scheduled so you're not sitting on Facebook all the time. If you know you can get on Facebook 3 times during the day, and I don't mean for like 45 minutes. I mean you have you could take 5 minutes 3 times a day and do a post. Well, then every single day those 3 times, because people will look for those posts. Believe it or not, they will. So in the morning it's your workout, in the afternoon it's your Shakeology, or maybe it's about your child, and in the evening if you're a resting person you post a resting. Whatever your posts are going to be, if you're going to do 3 posts or 5 posts a day, just be very consistent about them. So
And you don't have to check notifications. Sorry, Dana, but you don't have to check notifications. Do your posts
get
at
off.
night. Check your notifications. Otherwise, you'll go back and forth with responses and forget it. There goes your day.
But and I know Trisha will back me up on this. There's nothing more important in this business than being consistent. If you're not being consistent every single day, then you might as well forget this, because it's not going to work for you. That's the most important thing that you can do to build your business. And you'll notice the times as you're not consistent, you're going to pay for it the following month or thereafter. When I was sick my first trimester and I wasn't consistent, I'm still paying for it. Like it's be consistent. It's the best thing you can do for yourself. It's so simple. It's so easy, and it's only going to help you. Hi, Miss Trisha.
Sorry, girls. My phone died. I just sat down. Consistency is key, and commit to it. I hate to say this. Your Facebook page is your business, is your storefront. Open it up like you would a store. If you're going to open up once a week, expect shoppers to come in once a week. If you're open every day, you will expect people. And what I mean by shoppers is followers, people that want to just follow who you are. Humor, inspire, and market. I think, and go back to that, Dana, and listen to Nina's call today. But you know, marketing is a little bit of this whole entire thing. Share your whole person. And I hate to say that. That means throwing a kid picture in, a food picture in, where you are, whatever. But commit to being consistent.
Right.
And as you would opening up a store every single day.
Right.
And enjoy it. When I first started this business, I heard fake it till you make it. I hated that expression. I hated fake it till you make it. What that meant for me, I think at the time, is the days that you don't want to work, you have to just be present. And that means consistent on Facebook. I hate to say it. Even the days you don't want to, find a page. Christine, that's brilliant. Find those old posts or find those old pictures, old things, and share them.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, if you're if you're a restaurant host, if you're a workout host, even if you're not up to it, if you're not working out, if you're sick, whatever it is, just share a link, share a recipe, share something. Just be consistent every day. It's the simplest thing to do. So I'm going to challenge you, Vicki, to the same thing I challenged Tara to. From starting tomorrow, from Friday to Friday, and if you guys want to tag Christine, tag myself, tag Trisha, you could do it in the comments too. You don't have to do it in your posts. I want to see 7 days of consistent posts of your workout. And you play tennis, and Vicki, if you some of the days you can't, I can't push play every day being pregnant, so I walk or I do something. But on Mondays for the last month, every Monday, on Mondays I walk and I post my walking picture. People have asked to come walk with me and invited me to go walking with them on other days. So people look for the stuff and they see it. So whatever you're going to do, just be consistent about it and do it. So if you're pushing play, I want to see that. If you're walking, I want to see that. If it's your rest day, say that it's your rest day and why it's important that you rest. Because everybody needs a rest day, pregnant or not pregnant.
Find your brand, whatever your brand is, your 5 things. Brand yourself regardless. Now we know Dana is pregnant. That's part of her brand. Walking is a part of her brand. Her kids, I know I'm going to see her children there. That's her brand. Whatever your brand is, figure it out and post about that. And stay consistent to your brand. It doesn't have to be Beachbody. It doesn't have to be, but that brand of you'll figure that out. And that's as I'd probably just jumping the gun there, but just be consistent for the next 7 days, if that's what your challenge is.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
Okay, good.
Thank you.
I'm throwing you in there too, Stacy. I know you just started doing your workout posts, but I want to see 7 days of consistent posts. And you know what I like about yours, and I think you need to mention it more, is you work out at an off time, not the same time as the average person. Most people work out in the morning. A lot of people work out at night. You work out in the afternoons. And so talk about why, because you're a teacher.
So do I. Who works out in the afternoon?
Stacy.
Me too.
Nice.
Literally. 1, 2, 3 o'clock, 11:30. That's me. Why? Why do you work out at that time?
I'm a teacher, and that's when I get home. That's the only, I have to just keep moving. If I sit down, it's all over.
Okay, then you need to tell your followers that exact thing.
And your kids what are your kids doing? What's Skylar doing when you're working out?
Usually it's right after homework. So then that's when they're allowed to either watch a show or sometimes, play on their electronics. That's,
Right.
busy while I'm at.
Talk about that stuff. It's okay. I liked did you see Trisha's post today with Alex hanging out in between her plank? I mean, when you incorporate the kids into your post, always. It's a good one. So, sometimes I talk, like, what do you do with your kids? Because that's a huge concern. What do you do with your kids? And I say, well, usually that's the time I let them play ABC Mouse. Or I, break out a new coloring book or a craft or something. Just to keep them up, because people always want to know what are you doing with your kids when you're working out? If you're not up, because I used to get up early before they wake up, but I can't do that anymore, not right now. So
I'm already up at 5. I'm not getting up any earlier. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, so then, always, if you could figure out a way to incorporate your kids, is always, I liked your post a lot today, Trisha. It was good. Top notch. All right. Does anybody else have any questions? We went over as usual, but you guys are awesome tonight. Thank you for all the dialogue back and forth. Okay, well, that's it. We'll call it a night, and I look forward to seeing those posts.
All right. Thanks, ladies.
Night.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you.